the other page.
Oh, you know what? We're live. We're playing in traffic. We're in the middle of a conversation. Maybe judiciously. Yeah, I don't know because I have control over who I can let in. We're playing in traffic without Lewis Lee tonight. Lewis, as I understand it, is out in the Skoolie doing some kind of road testing, or I don't know what the hell he's doing, but he said he's out.
I think he just took a handful of quarters in case he found a payphone, jumped in the bus, and hit the road. I think he had enough.
I did see on his Facebook page that he just got new tires on the truck on the bus.
Yeah,
and he had it over at Tyler's place. They did a ton of work, maintenance work, front end. I think he did front end stuff. Was it front end? Or was it?
Yeah.
I know, tune up, oil change, all sorts of other crazy crap to get this thing roadworthy. So he's out cruising around. So we'll hold down the fort until he shows up, and if he doesn't, we'll just we'll do what we got to do. So here I are, Ray Guarino, Motormouth Radio with Matt Gomez and Brian. Brian, glad to have you here because otherwise it would be kind of lonely. And
no problem, Ray. We're always ready to start this Thursday night. That's one step closer to the weekend and get to all our projects, and hopefully the weather breaks a little bit.
Unfortunately, the weather is going to break. It's been a little warmer up here. Unfortunately for me, the project I'm involved in most is working on this apartment upstairs, so I can move my daughter upstairs.
The cowgirl?
Yeah, exactly. And it was funny because just this week I ran some electrical. I ran some BX cable, and I just had to pull some old insulation out of the way so I could get a clear run. And I didn't use gloves, so I was using my hands. Now I didn't get it was old, so
you get all itchy.
But I didn't even get itchy because it's in the wall for like, I don't know, 40, 45 years.
Oh yeah, it's dead.
But the funny thing is, I'm noticing last night I'm sitting in my chair, and as I moved, like my back felt itchy. Like I still feel it. Like I got but the insulation was nowhere near my back.
Oh.
So I don't know. Maybe it's psychosomatic. I don't know. So yeah, I've been doing some housework and electrical work, but car stuff will be coming up. What about you? Have you been making
Here we go. Look at that guy.
Sorry. Hey.
It's Nanook.
I'm at the Petro.
Yeah, you need that.
How many gas tanks is this, Lewis?
Oh, this is the first one.
First one. How far did you get? Out of the neighborhood?
Yeah, I'm out of the neighborhood about 50 miles.
Wow. The maiden voyage. And that's guts. To do the danger drive in the maiden voyage, we all do them. But to do it at night in the cold is that's the test of time. That's the torture test right there. I give you a lot of credit, Lewis. Very good.
Man, it's freaking snowing in Canton, Ohio. I mean, it's blizzard.
Wow.
I can't get out of here fast enough.
How did he talk the wife on the bus?
Well, is the wife with you?
Yeah, she's with me.
Okay,
good. I got the wife and the dog.
Holy smokes.
And the cat.
You're ready to go anywhere. You could be in Florida by later on tonight.
I got a Dark Knight on the back.
Okay. Oh,
yeah. I'm nice. Batman.
So we're just moving along,
How many straps are holding that bike down?
4.
Okay, good.
The actual lift has built-in straps, and it ratchets down real nice.
Good.
And then I bought a cover for it, but it's too small. This bike is huge.
Yeah.
So I gotta order another one.
I think you may just resign yourself to wherever you get where you go, and you're gonna wash the bike right away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
wow. I would turn the light on for you, but yeah, she's on here. Look how big she is. It's like a big girl.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, it's that almost looks like Aunt Edna from Vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, strapped on the back.
Right. Oh, that's crazy. Nice.
Yeah, I was trying to make it to the truck stop in time to start the show. I ain't even talked to Ray. I was like, Ray.
Yeah. We figured it out. Brian sent me a text and asked me what was going on. I said, look, I don't know. I said last time I wasn't able to make to program it, but I said, let me see. And I saw you already had a program. I said, good, we're good. We're in.
Yeah.
We'll take care of it. So What you just had a lot of work done, Lewis. What kind of stuff did you have done to the bus to get it ready?
Well, we did all the brakes, we did all the drums, new brakes, new hoses, brake hoses.
Uh-huh.
We did chambers, we did slack adjusters, um, we did shocks.
Wow.
Let's see what else.
Gabriel
Changed all the
hijack.
we changed all the fluids. Um, uh, Heater hoses, everything I could touch.
Sure, sure.
Kind of fixed it. We got new rims, new tires.
Rims, yeah. Oh, look at that, white, nice.
Yeah,
I
look
saw
at
that.
that.
On Facebook. Very nice.
So I'm feeling pretty comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I know you had Tyler doing the work. That's great. You had a great mechanic,
Yeah,
and yeah, you can be now. Well, this is it. This is the test to see what's going to fly, and what you'll be fixing at a road stop somewhere. You know what you'll be out there. You got your tools with you, I'm sure.
yeah, for sure. We put new toolboxes on the side.
Oh yeah, look at that. Nice.
I need more because I ran out of space. Half the stuff's on my bed.
Oh man, that's not good. Wow.
So me and the wife have say hi, Trace.
Hi.
So
How
me
you
and the
doing?
wife has figured that this antique stove has got to go.
Oh,
Really?
that's it, huh?
Man, this thing is rattling.
Oh,
Every bump we hit, man, it's like killing us.
You
wow.
got to stop off and get a thing of spray foam and walk around spray foam and everything, get the rattles down.
Yeah,
Take the grates off and strap it down, whatever. Yeah, yeah.
man, this thing. As soon as I get home, it's coming out of here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a new station.
Where did that one come from? That stove?
We found it on buy sale trade.
Okay, all right.
There was another bus builder that had the same exact stove. My wife seen it, so I found it on buy sale trade when we went and got it.
Okay.
But it's out of here. This thing makes too much noise.
You know, that's the thing. I don't care if you're, if you built a car, pickup truck, a motorcycle, a scooter, or a bus. Those first couple of drives and trips, that's when the rubber meets the road. That's when you find out the things you don't know statically sitting in a driveway.
Yeah.
So it's the learning curve, and that's cool. That's good.
So I also found a leak right over my steering wheel.
Oh, a water leak?
So it's dripping down right under my foot.
That's not good.
So as you see, I just bought some Flex Seal,
Yeah. Flex tape. Beautiful. Beautiful.
and I'm about to fix that bad boy right now.
Excellent.
Live,
That's excellent.
live and direct.
That's it, huh?
Beautiful. Wow, we get to watch Lewis do it live on air on Played in Traffic. This is making history here.
Making history. That's it. Making history.
You got a rack of clamps. That's good. You got all your clamps up there ready to go.
Oh yeah. So the water's coming in where my camera and wires coming in.
Oh, okay.
So
So you need some flex goop on the outside.
yeah, I do actually. But I can't climb up there. It's at the highest point. So I
Right.
can't climb up
But
there.
where was the water coming from?
It's coming through the hole where the wire is going out from my camera.
I mean, do you have rain or is it?
Oh yeah, it's snowing and raining and everything.
Oh, okay, all right.
Man, we're in a blizzard.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I had a 65 Chevy wagon a long time ago, and it had a windshield leak, and it would drip down, hit the semicircular horn ring, and just bloop, drop right in my lap. It was like bink bloop, like ah. So,
Yeah, it was dripping right on my steering wheel.
yeah. RTV, just goop it up. Yeah, leaks are no fun. That sucks.
I'm about to fix it right now.
Nice.
I think.
You had to get a Flex Seal sponsorship on the side.
Hey,
I
you know,
think so, man.
you can make a boat out of it, right?
Yeah.
No, my buddy at the shop uses all the Flex Seal products. When we did a Chevelle, it had extensive metalwork. I mean, metalwork in places you didn't think a car could need metalwork, but
Yeah.
it was a lot of stuff. And then it wasn't until the car was already painted, and I had it back at the shop. I was doing the engine work, and I was under the dash. I think I was putting the dashboard in, And I was looking up, and I said, "Hey, why am I seeing light?" I came and up in the cowl area, it had rusted, and I think on one side they fixed it. The driver's side they forgot. They forgot to fix it. So now
Yeah.
the car is together. You're not welded on it. It's already painted.
Yeah.
So he says, "Wow, man, what am I going to do?" And he went and got Flex Seal and Flex whatever, and he
Yeah.
flexed it up. Done deal.
Yeah, we used to sell it on the tool truck.
Did you?
Yeah, we had it all, dude. I tell you, man.
Nice.
It works.
Yeah. That's great.
It was just another company that couldn't take up the orders. We'd order, when we ordered all 2,000 of us, it'd wipe them out. They couldn't keep up the orders.
Oh yeah. I think the biggest problem with that is you make the repair, it works, and you forget about having to go and make the permanent repair.
Right.
I mean, I had that happen at my house with a cast iron pipe. I had a plumber. This is going back in the '90s, and I was trying to get a lot of the cast iron out and replace it with PVC. And on a vertical run of the main drain, there was he actually took a screwdriver and poked it and went right through. He goes, "Dude, you got a problem here." I said, "Great." I said, "When you change the other stuff, can you change this?" He goes, "Look, that's 4-inch, and it's it was all welded all." He says, "I can't do it now. I'll have to come back. I'm going to bring a helper." I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "So for now," he put plumber's putty in the soft area and he wrapped it with duct tape. I think like a half a roll of duct tape.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he got busy. He didn't come back. And I think 3 or 4 years later, I realized oh, wow, Daddy never came back to do this. And, I'm touching it. It was hard as a rock. So I left it, forgot about it, had other work done in the house, forgot about that. It wasn't until I did the kitchen, which is now like almost 20 years after the original repair.
Yeah.
And I had a plumber in and I said, "Listen, I got something that I got to address by now." And he pulled the duct tape off and the pipe just crumbled. He goes, "Oh, yeah, now it's time now." Yeah, thank God for duct tape.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate when I do that. You do something, you do a patch, and then like you said, it just gets put back in Never Land. And then one day, like 5 years later, you're walking along and you're like, "Hey, who did this?" Or "What the hell?" And
exactly. It's crazy. But yeah, and that flex tape, Flex Seal will do the same thing. They'll be on there forever.
I bought some when I first moved into my house. I had water coming from my porch, like a crack on my porch, down into the basement. And I put the Flex Seal tape on it. It's still there, and this is 4 years later, and it still don't leak.
Yeah. Well, with the bus, you want to get up there and fix that eventually because now you have metal and you don't want it to rust. Or is the bus aluminum? Is it skinned in aluminum?
No, it's steel.
It is steel. Okay, so yeah, you got to fix that.
Yeah. As soon as I get to Florida, I'm gonna just climb up there and work on it.
Well, all you got to do is hit the road tonight, hit whatever your top speed is. The air will push the water over it, and you won't have a leak.
I wish that was the case.
Got to put like one of those wind deflectors up there, like the semis have. I'm sure Vince has one of those on his trucks.
No turbo wings on my truck.
No. I saw one. The first time I saw it on a semi, I said, "Wow, that's a pretty cool idea because you got the cab in the box, and it kind of filled that void." And I said, "That makes sense. It just moves the air up over that box." But
yeah, because it's after 55, it's all an air management game.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw those skirts that when they put the skirts on the boxes and said, that's probably got a very good aerodynamic use to it too. And I saw the airfoils on the rear doors on some of the trucks I picked up. I'm like, man, somebody's paying attention.
Yeah, sometimes they lay a lot of aero on that.
Yeah. Even
like the wheels, they instead of having the hubs, dished. They got the covers with to allow air in there also.
Like the moon caps, the solid. Yeah. Well, that was the thing. I remember in the, I guess it was like in the 80s, late 80s, when the funny cars, no, it was Pro Stocks first. I think Bob Glidden did it. He kind of boxed in the wheel well on the car.
Yeah.
And buried the wheel and it was all for aerodynamics. And again, if he could get a tenth out of it or a couple hundredths, he was ahead of the other guy.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, everybody's doing it. Because it worked. If Glidden does it and it's there the next race, you do it too.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
The funny thing about that, Ray, is when they mandated a lot of that in the trucking industry, the low rolling resistance tires, the skirts underneath the trailers and all, trying to keep the air, along the sides of the truck and the trailer and keep it, more a cleaner profile.
Right.
California was the first state that mandated that.
Okay.
The only problem with I saw an engineer in air. I can't remember if he was a mechanical engineer or aeronautics engineer. We're talking about the aerodynamics and this and that and the other, and he goes, yeah, he goes, it's kind of interesting in the fact that California was the first state to mandate that the under the trailer and all that and the thing. Then he goes, our testing shows that really comes into play about 62 miles an hour is when that's the kind of sweet spot where that stuff really really shines, really is effective.
Right.
But it's 55 speed limit.
Right over the speed limit.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
Big truck speed limit in California is 55 miles an hour.
Beautiful. That's great. Well, that makes sense with California. Yeah.
Well, Michigan is 55 for trucks.
Really?
Ohio used to be 55, but Lewis can tell us if they've changed it.
They changed it probably 10 years ago.
But it used to be Michigan and Ohio had 55 for trucks.
Yep.
And then Texas, or not, was it Texas or New Mexico?
Zero move.
Or was it Arizona? I think it was Arizona had the same thing. They had a truck speed limit that was different than what the road speed.
Yeah.
And hell out there, you could, the speed limit in Arizona was 75.
So what's their rationale for that? Did they ever give a reason?
They just say it's safer.
Safer.
Yeah, safe.
Until you ride down I-75 in Michigan and 4 guys come blowing past you because you're running 55 and they're running 75 and they just, they're in and out of traffic and all that. And I'm like, yeah, that's real safe. You're a rolling roadblock and all you're doing is causing them to whip in front of you and get mad. Now it's like, hey, it's not me.
Right.
I'm doing what I'm supposed to. If I run faster than this, Johnny Law's going to write me a ticket.
I know I've talked about this before. It was 2 years ago today. I actually drove my daughter's RAV4 down to North Carolina to deliver it to her. And then, so actually this time we stayed over in Virginia. I had bad Mexican food. But, that started all the driving that I did down there, which was, a bunch of trips. And I noticed that the more I went down, I noticed that there was a big difference in truck drivers and truckers. Obviously they're younger, and they're not, it's not like the truckers, not like the older seasoned truckers who, obeyed the rules of the road and had, these guys will ride side by side down a 2-lane interstate. It's like, dude, really? Come on. Let me get around you. Just pull over. Or they were like cutting in, like you said, cutting in and out like they were driving a Camry. It's like you're in a 53-foot, you got a 53-foot box here, assume it's loaded. It's like, I guess the new jacks weren't impressing me,
Well, the thing is, it's they've done so much to try to retain drivers in the last handful of years. 80+% of all the trucks now are automatics.
Right.
And they've got restrictions on license. I've seen some ads for drivers recently where they were specifying you have to be able to drive a stick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I wouldn't have a license like that with CDL that was I forget how they categorize it, but like a restriction where it's, automatic only. I'm like,
yeah.
That's a steering wheel holder to me.
Yeah. That's actually kind of embarrassing, I think. It really is.
Well, there's 2 schools of thought. God, probably 10 years ago, Volvo came out and they had a what they called an iDrive, which is their automatic, and it's all computer controlled with their motors and stuff. And they guys with the Volvo trucks 10 years ago were getting 8-9 miles to the gallon, no problem.
Okay.
So I could see it from an engineering standpoint where, and again, it's full aerodynamics on the truck, automatics, gear, they're geared specific, it's just all a package.
Yeah.
And when you drive 25 to 3,500 miles a week as a single, and
that Kenworth's a nice truck too. I test drove one when they first came out.
Oh, I'd love to have a new 680.
A lot of power.
It's.
I guess it's just like what happened with drag racing when the automatics finally edged out the standards. And they got more reliable. They got faster, and
well, it was more controllable for the power.
Yeah.
That's why all the guys I didn't, that was the thing is, you can set that, the converter's going to do this and that, and you can set a consistency, and then the trans brake install, it's just, where you dump you wind it up, dump a clutch. Okay. You're going to blow the rear end out. Or you're going to lose the U joint. Is the clutch going to slip? Is it going to dead hook? Is it, doing an automatic in a car like that or truck, there are racing trucks. It's just more consistent.
But like we were talking, Vince, the other day, it's just like it drives me crazy with mine, and it's all computer control. I don't have any control over it, and it tries to find that, especially if I get caught in traffic and I'm cruising at, it wants to shift at 32 miles an hour. If I'm stuck at 30 miles an hour, trying to get that thing to get into high gear is just a pain in the butt. You got to play around with it
because the computer wants to shift and hold it and this and that, and that can be a pain.
My older truck was a little bit easier, wasn't as computerized, and of course, granted, like no matter how I drive the truck, if I want to do Tokyo drift style in the truck or drive it like grandma, it gets to 7.5 miles to the gallon, and it probably would get more, but like I said, I leave it running all day. So I only
you run
130 miles at the most all week. So
you run any kind of additive?
Oh yeah, I run a couple different ones. I run the hot shot.
I got trucks behind me. I'm sorry.
I don't know what the other stuff is called. It's a German stuff for the DEF filters. And then I run a regular, water separator stuff.
The hot shot. Which one are you using? The diesel every day or the other one? You run both.
Yeah.
I like the hot shot stuff, not only for the engine, the green formula for the engine, but the diesel treat stuff. It's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. The everyday stuff, I run. I don't run that when I'm running the winter water stuff, because I know the everyday it will take some water out, but it's not more. I guess it's less concentrated for the water. I don't know what the other stuff was. It was just, but like I said, we haven't really had much of a winter. I mean, it's gotten cold a couple nights, but it's not like. And I do carry. The stuff is really good. And if you ever have any runnability issues, that 911 in the red bottle,
right?
That 911 stuff, 911 in the red bottle, that stuff will. I've had my filters frozen. And I poured that in there, and less than 30 minutes later, I was driving the truck. It works.
Put it in the filters themselves, or just dump it in the tank and let it?
I did both.
Yeah, that's
The 911, the 911 in a red bottle. It's expensive, but man, it works.
Oh, when that diesel gels, man, that's a nightmare.
I had I mean, I think that was probably one of the worst things. That was probably one of the first times that I was I had been bit in the ass where I'm like, I've never had a problem. That's when he said, I've never had a problem with my diesel. And that night was that taught me a lesson the next morning. That was a pain in the ass.
Famous last words.
Oh yeah. So it's like, from then on, I don't question, or like I said, I just do it routinely. I don't know what the other stuff is. It's a German brand. I found it on, and I also have the air. Well, you don't have a DEF filter. I also have a aerosol. It's like a foaming douche spray crap that you spray down in the exhaust. You take the sensor out and you spray, and it foams up, and it's like it eats out and cleans the DEF filters. I do that every couple months. I climb underneath there. And
that sounds like when you got to go to the Tractor Supply and get the bag of cinch bugs to throw down your cesspool.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, man, that truck,
whatever the hell.
Tell you, that truck's a pain in the ass, dude.
So back to transmissions, do you think that they'll ever go to like a clutchless style, like on the cars? What's the word I'm looking for? The variable.
Oh, you mean the trim?
That's what I mean.
Tiptronic.
No, not Tiptronic.
Not Tiptronic.
The
You talk about like a CVT style?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, CVT style.
You think that's possible on a truck platform?
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump off. I thought I'd be able to hear you, but I can't hear anything.
All right, well, you be safe, Lewis.
Be safe, Lewis.
Have a good drive.
I'll let you guys know what's going on in the chat.
All right.
All right, talk to you later.
All right.
Take care. Be safe.